People, welcome. It's another day, man. It's another day. We thought we could be having a here we go for Manuel Ugarte. Not yet. But let's talk about Manuel Ugarte, right? We have basically it's like this. I was reading this article on The Athletic. So uh, here, this could be a perfect fit for Man United. Why do I say this? Based on this article, says that Ugarte coming to Man United could have just been the perfect partner for Casemiro, right? So let's talk about it. So it means that Casemiro could very well, I don't think he's going to be leaving, so he'll end up staying, right? So imagine you have Ugarte, Casemiro, we have Kobe Menu, and we also have the likes of Bruno in that midfield, right? In a double pivot where you have, for example, Casemiro and Ugarte, that could be a killer midfield right there, all right? So imagine this. This guy, Ugarte, might just be the missing piece in our midfield puzzle, right? United have been looking for this Uruguayan bulldog all summer. We've been trying to bring this guy in, right? Why have we tried to bring this guy in? So let's talk about who is Ugarte. According to this report from the Athletics, it's saying, look, the 23-year-old has been a defensive powerhouse, known for his ability, right, to break up play and win the ball back in crucial areas. At Sporting Lisbon, where PSG got him from, he was the man you'd call when you need someone to get stuck in, right? That tenacity, that destroyer in that midfield, right? Basically, he carried that tenacity over to PSG, and but as much as he impressed in tackling, he had also he had a few struggles here and there adapting to a more possession-based ball that Luis Enrique needed, right? So listen, now imagine this. Ugarte is in United shirt, right? Bring that same tenacity, right? And fight, basically tenacity and fight to the heart of the midfield of Manchester United. When you pair him with Casemiro, woo, it's going to be crazy. And we've got ourselves a midfield that can win the ball back and keep it, right? Allowing Bruno or Mount or Kobe to push forward. Okay, so like that will be insane, right? So here's where it gets interesting. Ugarte's strengths lie in his defensive work. His ball winner, someone who will chase down attackers and never shy away from tackles, right? We need that destroyer in that midfield, right? But and it's a big but. His passing game isn't the strongest. That's one could be the weakest there. His passing game is not the strongest, right? He's more about short sideway passes, that splitting defense and open with a killer ball, right? To advance the ball, right? So how does that fit into the United team on how Ten Hag wants to play? Ten Hag wants to be progressive. Ten Hag wants to be a possession ball type of team. We need to be able to, hold on to that midfield, give Bruno, Kobe, or Mason Mount a chance, to advance the ball. So we want to play more in opponent's final third, right? Because that's what we're going to create problems, right? We're going to have defenders in De Ligt, Yoro, Lisandro Martinez, who can get more into the midfield, that way to shrink that midfield, right? So we're able to kind of, press the opponent's team in their half. So we have more ball possession, right? So bringing in a player like Ugarte can help us do that, because he's going to help us win those tackles, win those balls, right, in that midfield. And he has the legs. Casemiro not necessarily has the legs, but worst case scenario, if you play, for example, both of them, Casemiro and Ugarte, it's going to be nuts, right? So another thing that Ugarte gives us is his aggressive style, which can also leave him to be can create a few problems here and there, but that's something that we definitely want, right? So basically, signing Ugarte, he's going to revolutionize our midfield for sure. Something that we don't have right now, right? A lot of people are like, okay, we may not be ready, with the signings that we brought in. In a defense right now, we're stacked. Even if we, for example, we don't have any outgoings in the likes of obviously Maguire is still going to be there. Lindelof most likely is going to be there. So in the defense, we should be good, right? Because we're going to have like Lisandro Martinez, we have De Ligt, Maguire, Lindelof, you have Johnny Evans, right? And then, hopefully Luke Shaw comes back, Malacia, and then you have Mazraoui. So we are good in defense. We are stacked, right? In the midfield, if we bring in Ugarte and not bring anybody else, we should also be straight too for now, right? Because you're going to have Ugarte, Casemiro, McTominay may end up staying, guys. So you're going to have McTominay, Eriksen, you have Mount, you have Bruno, Emmanuel, right, in that midfield. So, again, we going to be decent in the midfield for now. We should be able, basically, the team that we have now, I have a strong feeling, right? If we bring in Ugarte, we should be able to finish top 4 guaranteed, right? No excuses for Ten Hag not be able to finish top 4, because the players that we have now, they should be able to at least do that. Listen, we are realistic, right? We're not going to be here saying, oh, we're going to challenge for the title this season. We're not going to do that, right? We're not going to do that. We know that because we're not ready. But for what we have, the players that we have now, we should be able to, guarantee top 4, right? It's fair. It's only fair, right? So Ten Hag, he's not going to have excuses this time, because honestly, Ineos and the new sporting group, they have backed him, right? They've backed him. They provided him with the some of the players that that he needs. What's going on, Omar? It is welcome, people. Special like as you coming in. Hello, right? So this is good stuff, and hopefully this Ugarte thing gets finalized, because listen, one thing is the Ugarte deal it's been dragging for way too long, right? Ugarte deal has been dragging for way too long. We've had enough. We need this to be finalized. Omar, it is welcome, my man. Thank you so much for coming in. Smash a like, right? So listen, according to reports, we see that we may get a here we go tomorrow, guys, because we thought it's going to be today, because all these reports were coming saying, okay, this deal could be done by today, because Fabrizio Romano and everybody else, basically said, okay, this deal is progressing. It's very close, right? So it could be finalized by tomorrow. According to Mappeteers, they're confirming that Man United made an offer just over 50 million, right? Which is the last bid. The last bid was 50 million. So Man United have made an offer just about 50 million. This is according to Mappeteers, right? And the reliable, also Fabrice Hawkins, he's very good. It's a tier 2, tier 1 reporter out there. He also says that PSG have lowered their 60 million asking price, because that was the issue really for us, right? PSG didn't want to play ball. They wanted to stick with their 60 million, the same money they paid for him when they signed him from Sporting. Basically, they're trying to recoup the same money that they signed him for last year, which is not going to happen. Players, we know, like, value gets value. A player's value goes down after in a year, right? And this same thing happened to us when we signed Angel Di Maria from Real Madrid. He came to Man United, he didn't work out, and then we sold him to PSG, and we took a hit of almost like 16 million. So again, so we have a history of PSG when it comes to this kind of deals, and they signed Ugarte from Sporting. He didn't work out. Now they want to offload him to us. They cannot expect to recoup the same amount of money from what they paid for. It doesn't make sense. So I'm glad that PSG look like they're lowering their asking price, because again, with them, they've already signed João Neves. They want to get some money in, right? So hopefully that this deal, from what we proposed so far, from according to my peers, we offered like 51, right above 50 million for Ugarte. It gets accepted, and PSG lowered the price because listen, at the end of the day, it's going to work out for both teams. We're going to be able to get Ugarte. PSG is going to be able to get some money to to kind of adjust their PSR situation, because they've spent more money than brought in, PSG. So it kind of works out for all of us. We get Ugarte, the player that we want, right? So according to the report, it says some sources say a verbal agreement on a fee happened today. This is a fee for, obviously, for Ugarte, though not from a reliable source. But it looks like both teams are about to meet in the middle, right? According to every source, is saying Man United are super confident it will be done deal here very soon. And of course, we have the super agent Jorge Mendes is in full focus mode to get this deal done after completing the deal for João Felix, right? So again, everybody wants to get this deal done because it's been dragging too long, and we have less than 10 days for this transfer window to be slammed shut, right? So let's keep an eye on this. Hopefully, we will have this thing finalized in the next 48 hours. Hopefully. Facundo Pellistri is a here we go to Panathinaikos, guys. He has left. Let's see what is said here on the when it comes to Facundo Pellistri to Panathinaikos. We see that Manuel Ugarte sent a message to Pellistri because those two are teammates in the Uruguay national team. So Ugarte said, wish them all the best. Wish Facundo Pellistri all the best on his Panathinaikos. And again, Facundo is one of those players that he could do a job, but he wasn't rated much by Ten Hag. Ten Hag, he didn't rate him for some reason. Again, which is very strange, because Facundo was a player that, every time Uruguay played, he started, right? So again, it's one of those. Ten Hag felt like, listen, let's get the money. We made a little bit of money there. I think we signed him for 5 million. We sold him for like 7 or 8 million, like that. So we made a few millions there, which is not bad. But again, we cannot sell our players for nothing, which is so frustrating, because a player like Facundo, who is a starter for Uruguay, you should expect some good money to come in for him. But it is what it is. We wish him all the best. Again, with all the deals that we've done, especially for the players that left, we've added the sell-on clause. So hopefully, if he does fantastic at Panathinaikos and he gets picked up by another team, we're gonna make some money off of that, right? And which is the good way of handling business, the way they're doing right now. So again, guys, bottom line is today we thought we were gonna get the here we go for Manuel Ugarte. It is not yet. Again, I guess the night is not over. Who knows? It can happen in the next couple of hours. But maybe the next 48 hours, we should get a here we go for Manuel Ugarte to Manchester United. And I think once Ugarte comes in, I think that will be it for incomings for this transfer window. The way I'm seeing it, I don't see any other movements. And we talked about it yesterday that Man United, they are going to focus. They won't be bringing a left back, which is pretty crazy, because we definitely need a left back, which we'll see what happens. Last final moments of the transfer window, we may get a left back to come in. Chelsea is offering us Ben Chilwell. Forget about it. We don't want Ben Chilwell. He's going to be hanging out in the medical bay of Manchester United, which we do not want to see that. I would rather stick with what we have than bring in another injury-prone player in our team who will be hanging out with Luke Shaw at Carrington, injured full-time. We don't want that. We need a player that can contribute, so we shall see. People, that is all I got for you. I appreciate you being here. Smash the like, hit the subscribe, and you know what? I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace out.